Crickbuzz Combox in what is potentially set to be the highest successful run chase in World Cup history. South Africa chasing a record of sorts, but keeping the mathematical simple. 5 runs and over at this stage. Are they a little bit behind the 8 ball?
Just a little bit behind. What's more worrisome is that the strike just seems to be slowing up a little bit, and they're not getting anything from the Bangladesh bowlers. I mean, you're seeing the bowling figures up there. 4 and over for Mehdi Hassan and 3 and over for Shakib. You're going to get another 12 overs like that. And if it does continue like that, I won't be surprised to see a bit of Musaddiq as well. I thought initially that the finger spin might go against them, but it was a very easy batting track. But seeing the way the finger spinners are going, they've got to start attacking one of the finger spinners. Because if it gets to 8, 8.5, then they lose a wicket like they lost the de Kock wicket, which... I hope there's someone playing peacemaker with him and Markram afterwards. But yes, if you lose 1 or 2 like that, then they're in trouble.
Yeah, 7.31 is the required rate at this stage. As you said, they don't want it to get in the 8 and 9 territory. This is not T20 cricket. You're going to have to sustain that for a much longer period of time. Like we talked about teams batting first, I think even when chasing, you need to keep that in mind.
Yes, but they're not losing wickets, which is what Zach has been talking to us a lot on this program. If you don't lose wickets, but they've got to be careful not to get into a rut, because South Africa certainly don't want to think, oops, how are we going to win this one? Because that's what goes against them a lot. And this, as we said, a very vastly experienced Bangladesh team. Just looking down the bowling figures, they've used 5 bowlers, but they've got more to come. Who have they not used? Mustafizur, Mehdi Hassan, Saifuddin, Shakib, and Mashrafi Murtuza. They've got their 6th bowler in Musaddiq or Mahmudullah that they could use. I think Mahmudullah's got a shoulder injury. So they've got to decide one of these. Maybe Saifuddin is the one they target. One of them they've got to target and go after. Maybe Murtuza. But one of them if they target and then get into that 6th bowler. If they get into that 6th bowler with overs left, then then South Africa have something going for them.
You don't have somebody of the stature, and this is where you normally would say there's an A.B. de Villiers sitting there waiting with that experience. You have somebody the other end of the spectrum in Rassie van der Dussen, who's been in form. He's a potentially explosive player, but he lacks that experience. Maybe you're looking at the names like Duminy and David Miller?
Yes, but Miller, remember, is not the player he was a couple of years ago. That 2015, that's the game they want to forget. Miller played a big part over there as well, but he's not been the player. So they're looking down that list and saying, who's got to win it? No, it's these two. These two have got to take it as deep as possible, but try and just get the run rate up to maybe 5.5, 5.7, 5.8 and over. But these two have got to bat deep.
Bat deep, yes. When we talked about batting first, again, we talked about the 20-over mark. You don't have to be accelerating, then keep it to the latter stage of the inning. Slightly different approach. One of these two needs to start getting a move on. Who should it be?
I don't know. Maybe they've got to decide among themselves who wants to bat all the way down. I think Faf is a fantastic finisher. So maybe Faf is the person who bats all the way. Markram's already been in for a while. At the moment, Markram's played 43 balls to Duplessis 19. So maybe Markram will be that person. Duplessis is the one who's scoring quicker at the moment. But it doesn't really matter. I think one of the two.
Yes, and I think 2 hints, picking up from what Harsha said. One is who's the bowler they could target. Early hints are it could be Mashrafi Murtuza, a couple of boundaries, consecutive balls from Duplessis. And who's the batsman going? It could just be the captain of South Africa.